Okay, we're gonna be watching Pmya, who's playing Hanzo on Midtown, and they say that they are a Diamond 1 support and they can't get out of bronze as DPS. What am I missing? The games make little to no sense. It's completely different to what I'm used to. There is no consistency of any kind from game to game. Tank imbalance is huge and results in games that aren't viable to win. Healing from support is extremely slow to the point where I can spam meat healing and it won't happen unless I position myself directly in front of support's field of view, which is easier said than done as they're frequently playing in areas I would normally expect to see a tank standing. Ults are wasted, teams stagger themselves willingly, and I found myself in situations where I've killed 2 to 3 players and my team still hasn't managed to win the team fight. I just want to get out and get to a level where things start to make sense again. What do I need to be doing to carry these games? Playing well doesn't seem to be enough to win consistently. Are there any picks or general ideas that will make it easier? So I responded to this and I said, hey, the most likely issue is that you support mechanics on DPS. I review, hundreds of games now, and bronze games, if you're a diamond player, should be quite literally a turkey shoot, right? Like, people are really bad, people are super out of position. You should be killing someone every 30 to 60 seconds because everyone has awful movement, game sense, ability usage compared to diamond. And I said, nobody can give me more specific advice without seeing replay code. They're like, okay, well, I am getting a pick every 30 to 60 seconds, and I'm still not winning games. I'm like, okay, fine. Do you have replay code? So we did a little back and forth, but I got the replay code. So we're gonna watch that now. I will open by saying that I've already watched this whole replay, and the reason that you are losing games is because you are in fact not getting kills. So they posted a replay code before this one, which I saw, which is a huge steamroll. It's literally as steamrolly as you could get. The game lasted only 7 minutes on Eichenwald. They full held on defense and they won on offense in 30 seconds. So in that one, you were in fact getting kills on defense. Like, pretty much every push, you were killing like 1 to 2 people every single push. And guess what? It was a steamroll. Like, it was a very easy defense. In this game, we're gonna see you go cold for like minutes, and that is a huge reason why you do not win. Is because you cannot get kills, and not only do you not get kills, you don't do damage. There are times where you missed like 10 plus arrows in a row. So yeah, you're gonna lose in those scenarios, right? You certainly don't do enough to be like, I need to convincingly win. And also, at the end of the game, you still could have won this game, but you massively throw, and we'll cover that. But one thing to keep in mind is, if you're going to climb, if you deserve to climb out of bronze, then you need to be dominant in a bronze lobby, right? People get to silver, not by being like a little better than the bronze players, they get to silver by being way better than the bronze players. And you are not way better than the bronze players, as we are going to see. So we're going to start off here. You hold Sonic for a while. Not totally sure why, but fine, whatever, it's not a big deal. You then decide to play up here, which is an interesting choice, because let's think about it. You're a Diamond 1 support player, right? If you're a support player, if you're Ana, let's say, would you stand up here? Right? Is that a thing that you would do? I don't think so, right? Maybe when this map first released, and was it season 1, right? And people thought this was a spot to hold, but people quickly learned this is not actually a good spot to hold, unless you can like fly over the top or you have mobility in some way. Nobody stays here anymore. Right? Because you get cut off from your team super, super easily. You also can't get healed. So both supports and DPS and tanks don't play this spot anymore. Right? Again, with the exception that if you are like Genji, you can spam from here and then go over the top, for example. Right? Or if you're like a Pharah or an Echo or something, like, yeah, maybe you can play from here if you want to. But for Hanzo, not a great idea to play from here. And we're going to see why. So you're going to shoot here. That's fine. You're going to see the Ramattra starting to push in. And you see the Ashe on the right side of your screen right now, right? For me, very obvious to me that I would have immediately picked that up. You don't see the register of this at all. So that's already not so good. Doom goes in, you're just spamming, you're not doing anything. And what's going to happen here is you're going to see the Ramattra, and he's going to push in right now, and he's just going to walk over your Junkrat, and then he's walk over your Baptiste, and then he's going to chase your Baptiste, who's doing a pretty good job staying alive, as is Kiriko, and does a ton of damage to him. So, what were you doing that period of time where the tank was walking over your team, right? You're playing a Doomfist on your side as a tank. So your Doomfist is not going to necessarily keep the Ramattra in check, right? Your Doomfist is going after the backline, right? The Doomfist has kept up 3 of their team members and pushed all 3 of them back to their spawn. So it's just the Kiriko and the Ramattra in the front line, right? So it's not like the Doom is doing nothing here. The other 3 members are, for the most part, kept in check right now. You can see it right now. If you were just playing with your team, you could have been doing a ton of damage to this Ramattra right now, right? Storm arrows is 300. You hit at least, let's say, 2 headshots in there. That's 520 damage, plus your regular arrows, plus Junkrat, plus Baptiste damage. This Ramattra cannot just walk forward right now. So as this is going on, you see the Ramattra pushes, you spam, you look for him, right? You jump in instead of, I believe you can climb over. You walk over here slowly, You get here, keep in mind your Junkrat's already dead, your Doomfist is now dead, your Baptiste is about to die, and like this is why you lose. Is you're just not in the right position, right? You just entered the fight in a fight that's you've already lost two people, about to lose a third one, I think, right? And now you're finally shooting, right? You missed some shots on, quite frankly, these are pretty straightforward shots, right? You're point blank next to the Kiriko, so miss, right? Miss, hit, miss. The Kiriko is not even dodging you. She's just running in a straight line, hopping away from you. Missing this shot is not great. I'm not expecting you to like hit headshots from like a mile away consistently, but this is not considered a hard shot for a diamond level player. All right, I would say a diamond level player is hitting 60% plus of these shots minimum, and you miss all but one. That was what, 7 shots total, right? So 1, right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 shot there, 7 shot hits the Ramantra, right? So on the Kiriko, you missed 5 out of 6 in a pretty generous situation where she had no defensive abilities and was just hopping away from you. You gotta hit those, right? If you don't hit those, it's not gonna get any better when you get the silver, right? Like they're just gonna get better at dodging, and they're not gonna put themselves in weird positions where you're on their flank like that. So you rotate right now, which I don't agree with because the point is actively being fought, right? The Ramantra shield's going to go down 4 seconds after it goes up. This shield's going to expire long before you get to the other side. See? Shield's already expired. You can be applying pressure, but you rotate over here. So, like, this is crucial time. You're not... And also being over here, you can control this left space, but realistically, being down 2-3 people, there's, like, no way you can hold this now. All right, there's no reason to peek right now. Okay, Doomfist tries to go in, probably can't do anything, but I would have peeked with them at that point, but fine. I mean, Doomfist is dead, and you've lost first point. Okay? So again, processing this backwards. Why did you lose? You lost because you didn't do anything. You didn't kill anybody, right? Allegedly, you're killing people every 30 to 60 seconds. Well, let's look at when this fight started, right? So fight starts, we'll say right about now, okay? Well, we'll even round and say 1 minute, okay? We'll be more generous than that. So we'll say right about now, this is 1 minute, okay? If you're getting kills every 30 to 60 seconds, let's even say 60 seconds, you should get at least 1 kill per minute, right? Well, a minute has gone by and you've gotten no kills. That's why you lose, right? And you're not helping your team by keeping the Ramantra back, which would be absolutely huge at preventing him from steamrolling the rest of your team. Is your Junkrat out of position? He absolutely is out of position right now. There's no reason for him to die right now. Also, there's 2 supports here. He should not die here. But this is bronze, which means everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes bad mistakes. Why are you not able to capitalize on that? Like, this Ramantra, if I'm like, oh, hey, I'm shooting up here, first of all, I wouldn't use storm arrows. Like, the odds of you hitting something with storm arrows and getting a kill here is really unlikely, especially with the Ramantra stepped up. I hold storm arrows. Okay, he goes right now. I see/hear the Kiriko. I step down, I try to kill the Kiriko, or I try to kill the Ash in the window, or I try to do any number of useful things that are not nothing. Right? And you come in here, you're going to miss the Kiriko a ton. All right? You do nothing from here, and then the fight is over. This is what it's like if you play Hanzo. If you don't hit your arrows, it's like the Roadhog of DPS, right? Widow and Hanzo are like that. If you don't hit arrows, right? If you don't hit headshots, kills with storm arrows, you're gonna lose games. So right here, you see Ramantra's pushing in. Instead of storm arrowing him, which is an easy 300 damage, right? You farm a ton of ult charge. You decide to just shoot at the Ana, which has an extremely low chance of hitting her, and you waste the storm arrow. Right? Again, oh, finally, great, got a kill. But the moment you got a kill, you pull back, which is interesting, right? Because you get a kill here, you know, you don't necessarily need to pull back. You see, hey, like, what's this Ramantra gonna do? Is he gonna push me or is he not? Okay, but it's fine. I think pulling back here is still okay, right? The Ramantra could maybe run you down, but you still have dash, but it's fine. D.Va's in right now. I would have climbed, right? Shields up, great. Immediately climb up, look for an angle. Every second matters. You have no sense of urgency on DPS, right? You're like, it's cool, it's fine, like everyone will stay alive. Not necessarily true, right? Lots of things could happen here. You gotta get kills, right? Every second that goes by without you getting a kill is a second that you could potentially lose the game. So you chill here. I think maybe for Sonic, whatever, it's like not that big a deal. Right, you swing, all right, great. Just melt them. So you see, you really take your time here to make sure that you have good accuracy, which is like reasonable. Obviously, missing is better than that, or rather making hits is better than missing. But if you're just a little faster at shooting these, the Ramontra dies before he gets healed. He dropped all the way down to 50 health. So if you went bam, 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 and then fired a regular arrow, he would be dead right now. And then the Ramontra wouldn't be here. He gets healed up, and then you're eventually going to lose this fight, I believe. Oh, we hold him for now. Right? But getting a kill right now is another 30 seconds on the clock for him to respawn. You're on their flank. No one's dodging you. You really need to hit a shot right now. Right? That's 3 full shots on a flank. Right? You only hit one of them. Doesn't actually make any difference. You pop storm arrows for some reason. Right? He's already around the corner right now. Why are you popping storm arrows? Like, you have to get so far to this corner to fire this, and you do not want to be playing this close. This is frontlining. This is like crazy to me that you're a Diamond 1 support and you think this is the correct position to be. Can you imagine being Ana or Kiriko or Moira or Brig even standing here? This is wrong. Like, this is objectively wrong. Like, this is not the spot that you want to be. If I'm on the enemy team, I'm like, look, I'm just going to kill this Hanzo because this Hanzo's totally out of position. This is not the correct spot to be. I don't want you, if I'm the D.Va, I don't want you playing there, right? Play behind Cop Car, right? Play up here. Play back here. You got a lot of options. Play up here. Right? This is great. Great off-angle position, right? Keep taking the off-angle over and over again. Now you're super close, right? Now you're running away instead of shooting. Because if you weren't out of position, you could have been shooting this whole time. Right? And let's think, when was the last time you got a kill? It was that Ashe, right? A while ago. Where you hit this random spam one, right? Like, that's totally random, but we'll take it. Like, that's the whole point of it, Hanzo, is you keep shooting your logs, and eventually you're going to get a hit. Great. But that was at 2:05, right? And now we're already at 3 minutes. Like, you're not going to kill until right now against an Ashe who doesn't even know that you're here. Like, you're fighting against people who don't even realize they're being shot at. You just got to get more kills. Right? So more shooting here. You just fire storm arrows. Again, the fight is mostly over at this point. You get another kill in Kiriko, great. So you get kills, but the problem is these kills don't matter as much because the fight is already over, right? It doesn't matter if you get 4 kills if you take so long that your whole team has wiped anyway, right? And then the last person kills you and then moves on. You have to get the kills early. Early picks are what turns fights, not late kills, early kills. It's much better to get the first kill of every fight than the last 3. Right? If you can consistently get the first kill of every fight, you will almost assuredly be carrying your games. Like, you will win like 80% plus of your games if you can consistently get the first kill. That is the hardest kill to get. Right? You die here. It's okay. I mean, I think there's better ways that you could play this. In the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't fret about this too much. I think this is fine. I think a better player would not have died here, but from a bronze to silver perspective, to try to get you in the silver, I'm not going to worry about that death. All right, so you're going to come out right now. Oh, right, they wasted Dragon. Your team managed to push them back. You fire Sonic for some reason. So, again, people who are not dodging you, for the record, right? So, you're 0 for 4 right now, 0 for 5, 0 for 6, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, 0 for 9, 0 for 10, 0 for 11, 0 for 12. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. And if you're like, oh, there's a lot of pressure on me to hit shots, that's what DPS is about. You know? This is what DPS do, is they get kills. Like, you have to get a kill sooner or later. You got to hit a shot. Do the best players miss 12 in a row? Yeah, it does happen, but their accuracy in general is way better than yours. Like, enormously better. You're looking for a flank, which is weird because I don't hear anything there, so maybe you did. I don't know why you storm arrows this far away. Okay, you get some hits, right? Mostly spam to the crowd, but we'll take it. So Ashe is up, Bob's out, and then you're forced to immediately pull back. So I would note right now that Bob has gotten a kill and the Hanzo's gotten a kill. So the enemy DPS are making picks. Are they better than you? If they're better than you, then why would you deserve to climb? You have to be better than them. Like, they just got 2 kills. Now, part of this is because Bob is a better ultimate than Dragon is. Dragon Strike's not a great ultimate, generally speaking, on the scale of, like, great to poor ultimates. Dragon Strike's definitely not that good. So, there's a part of this which makes me want to recommend to you to simply play an easier hero. Right? Your aim is not terrible, but it's not that good. And if you played a hero that's more consistent, like Soldier or Cassidy, right? Or Reaper or Junkrat or whomever, then maybe it'd be a lot easier for you to win games because you go ice cold and then you add nothing to your team, right? At this point, you've lost 3 team members, so nothing you do is gonna matter, right? And for the record, this Hanzo does not notice that you're here. You miss one, right? You hit the body shot here, you miss another, you pop storm arrows. Like, you had a lot of time to kill this bronze Hanzo. So if you want to get up to diamond or even platinum as DPS and you can't kill another Hanzo from behind who is not looking at you, you're gonna be in for a rough time, right? You just don't have the mechanical skill to do this right now. Like, with more practice, sure, maybe, right? But right now, the reason why you can't climb is because you can't get kills, right? Other than spammy random kills, or when they're like truly not looking at you running in a straight line. So you're gonna get this kill on the Hanzo, great, right? Finally, yep, this is an impactful kill, right? This gives us the ability to contest. This is like the first actually good kill that can turn a team fight, right? First kill of a team fight, very, very important. So this changed your odds of winning this fight from, let's say, 50-50 to like 75-25, right? You're strongly favored now that you got that pick. Great. So as long as you can stay alive, right? Because you can get a pick and then die, then it's even, right? But as long as you can stay alive here, you're good, right? You're holding back 2. You have good space control. Great. Force the Kiriko back, right? Obviously, they're all in really bad position. Excellent. And again, none of the kills here matter. Like, yeah, you hit that shot, it doesn't matter. Even if you didn't hit that shot, your team would have killed her anyway. So you should not look at that kill and be like, oh, I got 2 kills here. The most important kill you got was the first one against the Hanzo. Everything else became cleanup from there, as long as you controlled space correctly, right? This kill on the Ana also does not matter, right? Does that mean you shouldn't kill her? No, of course it means you should kill her. Does it mean you should die to her? Absolutely not. But in the grand scheme of things, this kill on the Ana was worth 10% of that first kill on the Hanzo. And I don't know if you realize that, especially because you play support, so you don't realize how important the first pick of a fight is. First picks are everything in Overwatch, right? Without ultimates, first picks determine who wins fights, for sure. Dying first is disastrous. So you're spamming here. Okay, so Ashe gets a kill on your Kiriko, right? Could you have done something about this? Yeah, kind of. I mean, you could have been playing this left angle. I don't think that playing this red angle is, like, great, but it's also not terrible. I mean, I think you're all right here. This feels like an opportunity, but it's not necessarily, like, a huge mistake, right? To some degree, like, the Kiriko's got to protect herself, but you're also not doing anything of value, right? You're not really getting kills. You're not forcing the Ramattra back, etc. And you're certainly not controlling space because no space is being controlled, right? You're not preventing them from going this way. You're not preventing them going lower. You're not preventing them going stair, right? You're just way too passive right now. So fine, you spend a lot of time sitting here waiting for the Ashe, right? Diva dives her. Now you go in. And by the way, while this has happened, they've pushed into your team right now. Like, there is a whole fight going on while you are just staring at this Ashe. You see? Right? Look, they're pushing. Window is popped, right? Ramattra's running up here. You're still looking at the Ashe. What are you doing? Like, what? You just don't care about your backline at all. And then you finally come over here, okay? You got the Ana in the open. You decide not to challenge here. You get hit by grenade. You pop storm arrows. You don't do anything with storm arrows. Diva's also on her. You do not deserve that kill. The Diva did all the work there. You haven't hit her with 1 body shot storm arrow. So they still have 3 on point, right? Great, you killed the Kiriko. That's an important kill, right? Right there. That is an important kill that you just got, right? That means something, right? Kill the Ramattra. Great, and that basically secures the fight for you. So you're coming out again. Right? The Ashe has stepped forward. Great. Okay, you want to try to get this cleanup kill. Right? You want to kill her quickly before the rest of her team can join in. Yeah, be aggressive. Get in here. I think even dragoning here would be fine if you needed to. It's very important to get these kills before the rest of the team shows up. Great. Good. Okay, so you got 2 kills. They only have 30 seconds left, so you're in 1 final team fight territory. Right, you get one pick here, and you've probably won it. Okay, you decide to challenge a Ramattra at close range, which is a terrible idea, and then you die. Like, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are you doing? Why would you do this? Like, you heard the Ramattra come up, right? If you can't tell with however much game time you have that this is a tank coming, I mean, this is a big mistake here. Right? Like, he crouch walks, but he starts running right now. The second you see this, I'm like, nope, I'm out of here, and I leave. right? Leave, climb over top, whatever I need to do to juke him, buy time for my Kiriko to heal me, whatever I need to do to stay alive here. Dying here, unacceptable. As I said, dying first, disastrous. And your team still manages to trade for you, right? D.Va unfortunately dies for it. So now you come down, you should recognize, hey, look, this is a 2-on-4 situation. I don't need to be playing out here. I have time. The card's coming up. This is the same game sense whether or not you're DPS, tank, or support. There's no reason for you to be out here right now. You need to play back, way the hell back. Right? You 100% need to stay alive right now. Decide to stay out here. Again, if I'm the other team, I would already have killed you by now. You are grossly overextended. Like, they are all being really silly, playing super far back. You're going to dragon. This is not a great dragon because of how far away you are and the fact that they can easily go to the left or to the right of it, right? Especially to the left. The left is where they want to be anyway. Usually, attacking teams funnel into the left because that's where the cover is. If anything, this dragon should have been to the right and sent it this way, okay, to force the Ramatra and the Mei out towards your team. You do manage to get a kill with it, but I think that is fairly lucky here. You're going to shoot this Hanzo. Again, totally ignoring the Ramatra in front of you. And it's like, fine, if you want to do this, but like, neither you nor the Hanzo are doing anything to add to this fight. And again, if you want to climb, you need to carry games. I don't think anyone would look at this clip and think, hey, you're clearly better than this Hanzo. You're both missing everything. Like, let's watch it from the other Hanzo's perspective. Right? He's shooting. That one, he for some reason doesn't even look at you. That shot's way off. Right? Whiffing. Do you two look very different? No, you both look like you can't hit shots. That's what it looks like. You both look like bronze level Hanzos. You don't hit shots. You don't win games. This is what DPS life is like. Especially on Hanzo. This is one of the reasons why I don't review Widow games, and to some extent don't review Hanzo games, is because it's always about like, hey, can you hit shots? Can't hit shots? Tough luck. Right? At least Hanzo has some utility with Storm Arrow, Sonic, and ulti. Right? Well, Widow has like almost none. I don't know why you climb up and. Okay, so if I see this, I would shield forward, walk in front of you, pop Vortex, and then kill you. Right? Or force out all of Briggs' health packs to save you. There's no reason why that Ramatra should have let you live to get away with that. Alright, so, right, important moment. By the way, you are frontlining right now, to some extent. I think that you really should be playing against cover. So Ramatra's going to push through left room, which is not really your fault. Like, I don't think there's anything you realistically could have done about this. It's like a full health Ramatra against the Brig. Brig really needs to bail out of there. Lucio needs to come help her, but you're also not doing anything with this time, right? So you have how long? So you have about 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have about 5-6 seconds here where the Ramatra's killing your Brig, and you have the opportunity to like kill somebody else with that space, but you don't. And then I think re-challenging here was crazy. You should have gone to the Mega, right? Just go and pick up the Mega. Like, why re-challenge this after your Brig is dead? Like, this, like, going back in there is a mistake. But your team fight's lost anyway. That's fine. So you're in final team fight territory. That Hanzo was standing still, for the record. He is standing completely still. And you missed that. You hit him with some Storm Arrows. I think re-peeking this is kind of crazy if you don't know if he has Sonic or not. You missed that shot in the Brig running a straight line. You missed the second shot. Third shot, I understand. There's like there's a dragon in the way. You missed that shot. So 0 for 5 here. And your team cleans up without you. So, like, you didn't do anything here. I don't think you did anything on the third point at all, in fact. Right? Let's think about this. So once third point starts, we'll track this, okay? So 0 for 1. 0 for 2, 0 for 3, right? Okay, 1 for 4, 1 for 5. We're not going to include Storm Arrows, so I'm not going to ignore. I'm going to ignore Storm Arrows completely. 2 for 6, 2 for 7, ignoring Storm Arrows. 3 for 8. That's 4 for 9, right? Now you're dead. So 4 for 9, you have no headshots, and you have death, and you have no kills. Right? So I think you miss a shot here. No, you go right to storm arrows. So 4 for 10, 4 for 11, 4 for 12, 4 for 13, 4 for 14, 4 for 15, 4 for 16, 4 for 17, and the fight's over. So how long was this? A minute and 15 seconds? A minute and 30 seconds. A minute and 30 seconds, right? That your opportunities to, minute and 25 seconds, the opportunity to get a kill, you get 0 kills. And you hit 4 arrows. You're just not influencing the game, right? You don't get kills. What are you doing here? Right? You don't really help break shields. You don't really control space. Like, you're not adding any other utility. You're not knocking people back into your team. You don't hit shots. Like, that's just kind of it. So May's here, right? Good catch. You force wall right away. So this May is grossly out of position, so I remember, hey, look, the May's got to be over here. She doesn't have wall. All she has is block. I should try to kill May here. Great, I see the May. You're tunnel visioning on the Hanzo. She doesn't have block. Yep, great. Or she doesn't have wall, rather. You forced wall. Right, she walls now. Great. That's fine, right? Shield expires. I would probably, you can hear them right here close, right? I would just sonic this wall so you see where they are. Okay, just kind of shooting people. Shoot the shield, great. Sonic the Hanzo. Again, a duel that you are not winning. You're not losing, but you're not winning it either. So you hear a bunch of stuff going on over here. You hear your tank die. You climb up into 4 people, and then you die. What? What is this? Does this look like diamond level gameplay to you? This looks like a bronze DPS player who doesn't know how to play DPS. Like, what possible reason could you have to climb up here right now? Right? The tank's dead. Just fine. Just reset. Right? Reset, play long angles, try to get picks. You have short spawn, they have long spawn, play picks. You kill this May, who has no idea what she's doing and is grossly overextended, right? This is the kind of stuff the other team does too. Like, there's no reason for a May to be here. This is insane. Right? Just keep shooting the shield. It's okay. You don't need to hold. Just break the brig shield. Right? D.Va's shooting it too. Just break the brig shield and she dies. This brig should never have gotten out of here. Right? Don't hesitate. Just keep shooting the brig shield. The brig shield was almost about to break. And when she breaks, she can't bash away either. So she'll die super quickly. I don't know why you didn't take a shot here. Right? She's low. Like, you have it. Take a shot. Take a shot right there. Now you shoot too late. Like, you're just letting this brig pummel your D.Va. Alright, now dueling the Hanzo again. Shoot at the May. Okay, so now, I don't know why you're walking so far forwards, right? Why would you get closer and closer to a team that has a May? See, you're just going to get hit by this collateral by the spray, and now you're forced backwards. It forces out your defensive cooldown, right, to jump. Thankfully, your team is fragging without you. Quite frankly, your team is carrying you. Like, you really haven't done anything since second point of offense. Right? I think you got like a random cleanup kill here. Alright, it's capped. May grossly out of position. Right? But you did a good job forcing the block. Great. Right? She forces wall. Excellent. Right? Now you force 2 important cooldowns. Great. This is an important kill. Right? That is often a fight-winning kill that you just did. I don't think you need to jump away until you confirmed where the ulti was. Right? You see how you didn't need to jump? I would have waited a moment to see if I was in the ulti or not, because now you don't have that cooldown. So, yeah, I mean, just blow up the Ramattra here. Great. Perfect. He's like, the thing is, this Ramattra doesn't know what he's doing either. See? Like, why is he just standing here just punching space? Like, this isn't doing anything valuable. He should be blocking right now, right? Blocking or being aggressive or going after the corner or doing, quite frankly, anything. Like, he's got Vortex. He's just not using his abilities. Like, he doesn't block at all, and then he just dies, right? This is easy. Easy kills. Like, who cares what your tank is doing? Because their tank is also bad. So you should be aggressing right now, right? Your D.Va's going in, you follow in, right? D.Va goes in, I go in. D.Va goes out, I go out. Right? D.Va gets 2 kills, great, right? D.Va won this fight all by herself. You're aggressing, you really should take high ground, perfect. But the problem is, this is no good. Like, you need to look and be like, oh shit, I can't play here, and then like jump backwards or something. You're lucky to not be dead right now, you're super low, and then you die. Like, this is a mistake. Like, there's no intention to your play, right? Like, you're autopiloting on DPS so much. And I wonder if this is kind of a legacy of the fact on support. You don't have to make these kind of reads, right? You don't have to make a go in, go out read on the enemy team versus like your tank. This is just really silly for you to be in this position, right? It's like, yeah, should your team not have all 3 people in cart? That's correct. They should not have 3 people in cart. But they do, so you should not be walking into 4 people right now. Just because your D.Va's here. Like, she's dead. Like, there's nothing you can do, right? This is over, right? Or should die here. It is, yeah, she dies, right? It is a mistake to be doing that. You should just play back or play cart with everybody else, right? Probably played back. I probably would have baited the D.Va, played here, and shot while my D.Va was in there. So you get super low here. This is like crazy movement. So you jump up here, you expose yourself instead of just shooting from here, which is a perfectly fine spot. You then climb up again. You're still injured right now, and then you force the dash away, which still exposes you before you drop down, right? Versus dashing this way into cover. So just on the mechanics level, a mistake. I would ping to ask for healing again. Yeah, so you get the harmony. So you hear the Hanzo somewhere on the left. You're looking for him. You pop storm arrows before you even see him, which is a big mistake. So now you're going to waste storm arrows. Oh, no, you just get him just at the last moment. So Zen's going to pop trance to save your life. Right? Go for the Kiriko. Cool, right? I think the Zen made a really good play here, saving you. And you have this card. So, this dragon is awful. You just saw that the tank, right, and Kiriko were just dead, right? Best case scenario, this is a 3-on-5, right, in their favor, right? Best case scenario. I do not dragon here for sure, unless it feels like a serious contest. You just wasted dragon right now, right? Just like their Mei just wasted ice block, or wasted blizzard rather. Like, this is a mistake on both sides. You're both bronze level DPS. Like, you're both making the exact same mistake. This point's over. There's no reason to be fighting for it anymore. That's not the way Overwatch works. Like, there's no point to fight for this point when you've already capped it. Right? They might as well just wait and reset to the next choke. So it breaks in your face. Right? Support doing an excellent job keeping you together. I don't know why you're complaining about your supports. You should have meleeed the killer right there. Right? The soldier, again, cannot aim for his life. I just want to take a second and point out, like, these are the DPS who are going to beat you in this game. What is this? I could literally melee you to death faster than this soldier could shoot you to death. I would just like to point this out. I'm dead serious. I'm not doing this to make fun of the soldier. I'm doing this to highlight that if you think you're better than this rank, these are your peers, right? You can't outshoot, well, I mean, you did in this scenario, but like on a game basis, you are not delivering more value than a soldier who can track you for less than 20% of the time when you're not even dodging him and instead dodging the break. Like, that's like the level that we're talking about here. It's like a huge part of this is just your mechanics, right? And you're playing a hero, which is really hard. Hanzo's a super, super hard hero. What is this Kitsune? Holy shit. All right. Okay, kill the Mei, right? So Mei's gonna block here. I don't know why you go on the other side of the wall. Drop on this side, kill her. Why would you do this? I feel like you're like nervous, like, oh, I'm walled, I have to get out of the wall. No, this Mei is making a mistake. Just kill her. This is crazy that you let the Mei get away. And again, like, nothing here shows me the higher level kill confirmation, combat puzzle solving ability of a better DPS. Like, little things like this, like when the Mei is super low, she has no block, and she's overextended away from her team, to drop on the other side of the wall intentionally. You're intentionally walking off this wall, right? This is not an accident. You intentionally walked off the other side of this wall does not show me that you are ready for higher levels of DPS. Like, the game is only going to get harder from here, right? People are going to get much, much better. All right. Alright, so she rallied. I would just blow up one of the pillars, right? Why not? Storm Arrow's gonna expire anyway. I think going this off angle is okay. I think you also could have stayed main if you wanted to. But I think whatever you gotta do it fast. Right? Don't delay for so long. She got him for the May. That shot's way off. You pop Storm Arrows again. You waste a lot of Storm Arrows. Alright, here's your dueling moment. What? How does the soldier lose this? What is happening? This soldier just missed, I think, like 27 bullets out of 30. The only thing he really hit you with was Helix. Trance gets forced, which is a bad trance. Alright, you kill the Ramatra, great. Again, this is not like a good kill. I mean, like, yeah, he has to die, but like anyone's gonna kill the Ramatra at this point in time. Right? Finish off the Kiriko. This is all cleanup duty, right? Cleanup kills don't really matter for very much. They're worth 10% of the value of initial picks. Alright, so May's gonna come out. Right? She's popped Blizzard. Yeah, great. Camper, killer. Yeah, good, right? See, that's good, right? It's all like you didn't necessarily get the kill there, but you did almost all the damage. So that's like I would qualify that as basically your kill. Right? Soldier's visored. You should be looking for the soldier. Oh boy, you are extremely lucky the soldier just stood still. Peeking this wide of the car was ridiculous. You deserve to die there, right? You should do draw, go to left, release. Draw, go left, release, right? Draw, go left, release, right? Like that. Trying to go all the way out here, if you miss this arrow, you die. You're at 42 health. And the only reason you hit this arrow is because the soldier is literally standing still. And it's not a headshot. Alright, so you've killed 2 DPS, right? The May is dead, the soldier is dead. You only need to get a heart here. Like, this is a one fight, right? This game is over right now. It's perfectly fine to pop an early dragon here and just confirm, right? Clean up one of these kills, and there's no way they can possibly win this game, right? He pops Nemesis here. Go ahead and pop dragon, right? Pop dragon straight down this way. Force him to have to like come into your team and fight like 4v1 without the Kiriko. Great, like do that. It's fine. Right? You let the Ramatra nearly kill you. I think it would have been also reasonable to pop dragon this way to kill the Ramatra. Right? You can also hear the Kiriko in there. You're holding ulti like super long here, and now you ulti as your soldier dies from really far away. This is a good general rule for dragon: is use dragon as close as you possibly can. The farther away you do use it, the less likely it will be to get value. I think you're gonna luckily kill somebody with the dragon again. Again, this will not happen at higher ranks. This soldier literally runs into the wall, which is why you can't get away from this. So you've traded DPS, okay? So it's still 4-4. You have Kitsune, all right? Like this is still absolutely winnable. Now, there is the May behind you, right? The Zen behind you. The May for sure you know is there, right? And these two over here are much super low, so he's going to get a health back, which is a mistake. He should be just running back into the fight. You're going to chase and look for the Ramatra and Kiriko instead of killing the May who's behind you, who's going to walk into you, and who's going to kill you. Like, what is this? Do you have directional sound? Because this does not appear like you have directional sound, or even any sound. Like, you must have known at this moment when you're getting slowed, you're like, hey, wait, I'm being slowed. That means I'm close enough for a May to be spraying me, and I have Storm Arrows active. Just turn and instantly kill her, right? Just dead. Why are you chasing the Ramatra? This is crazy. Like, the reason why the D.Va's not here is the D.Va is demeched, right? All you had to do was stay alive right now, and the fight is won. All you do is stay alive right now, and the fight is won. Chasing the Ramatra here is insane. May kills you, right? So now the team's in a 3-on-4 situation. They have no DPS, right? Because you and the soldier died. They still managed to get 2 kills out of this. And come up, right? The team did a great job staying alive. Unfortunately, lost D.Va mech. But D.Va mech's dead. You only have 2 seconds left. And without a tank and a main support, like, what are you going to do now? Okay, so number 1, you certainly are not getting kills every 30 to 60 seconds. That is not what this gameplay looks like at all. Sometimes you get oh wow, this is not the spot that I want to be stationary. Sometimes, yeah, you sort of pop off and get 3 kills, but not really, because usually you get 1 kill that matters and then 2 kills that are cleanup, and the cleanup kills don't matter at all. And if you don't understand the difference between cleanup kills and like the actual meaningful kills as a Diamond 1 support, I'm not gonna bother explaining it to you. That's gonna take way too long, and it's out of scope for this video. But like a lot of the kills you get do not matter. Like I would say 50 to 75% of your kills do not matter. And sometimes you do get kills that matter, but you don't get nearly enough of them. That's number one. Number two is you're not mechanically better than the peers in this level. Not at Hanzo. I think you would actually be better than them if you were playing an easier hero like Soldier, Cassidy, etc. Right? Reaper, right? Junkrat, etc. But like on Hanzo, you go ice cold for long periods at a time. So that inconsistency is going to prevent you from climbing, right? If you enjoy playing Hanzo, go ahead and play him. I'm not telling you to not play Hanzo, right? But you're the one who's complaining, being like, I can't get out of bronze. You can't get out of bronze because you can't hit shots. So, yeah, that'll hold you back. So, yeah, that. So, now we covered number one, right, was... Shoot, what are we talking about for number one? I wish I could roll this back. I lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, the second one was mechanics. Yeah, well, I can't remember what number one was. Doesn't matter. Anyway, oh yeah, getting kills every 36 seconds. Not getting kills every 36 seconds, that's clearly wrong. Number two, mechanics, right? From an aim sense, movement, right? I think your dodging is actually okay, which makes sense because if you play Diamond in support, like you have good dodging skills, but like you don't really know how to fight. Like I don't think you know, like if I drop you into a room with another DPS, do you know how to fight that 1v1? Do you know how to give yourself the best odds at winning that 1v1? I don't think you know how to do that. I think you know how to spam arrows, right, and hope for headshots. But like I think that if I put you in like one of those 1v1 custom maps, I think you would do really, really poorly, and I think it would be very clear why you're in bronze, because you can't actually 1v1 particularly well. Like yeah, you have those like clutch situations where you were down here and you fought out the Brig and the Hanzo, right? This room, right? You fought the Brig and the Hanzo. They were terrible though. Like they were so bad. Like we were watching the Soldier, no offense to Soldier, right? I'm not trying to offend the player here at all. This is bronze, right? But like the Soldier misses like 80 to 90% of his shots against you. Okay? Once you are even in like gold, people are going to hit 50% plus on you. And once you're talking about diamond, people are going to hit 75% plus of their shots on you. Like you're going to get murdered at higher ranks. Like it's so much harder than I think you realize, and like how far the gap is between you and like better DPS players. Anyway, there's that. I would say you don't have a general sense of urgency, right? There's a lot of times where you're just kind of chilling, and not trying to get every single shot you can, right? Every shot you fire is a potential headshot. So if you can double the number of shots you take per game, you'll double the number of headshots that you will get. It's obviously a simplification, but that's the general idea. Number four, I would say, is general awareness of what the heck is going on in the game, right? Remember when you're up here, up top, right? And then this whole fight is happening below, and you're just looking at the ash the whole time as though nothing else in the game matters. Right? Just like what? Like you have so many targets here. You come here, you kill the Kiriko, or you could be blowing up the Ramattra, right? Saving your team and doing literally anything. You could drop and use the window and kill people. You have so many options that are not doing literally nothing. This Ana is not affecting this team fight at all. Okay? You do not need to kill this Ana to do anything. The Ana's taken herself out of the team fight for being so far away. All you have to do is go back and help your team over here. I think you luckily win this fight anyway, but that's pure luck. But also things like the Mei walking up behind you and just freezing you to death on the final point. What are you doing? Not realizing that you don't have your diva doesn't have mech. Like this is stuff that you just don't know. Like you're just autopiloting through the game. There's no higher level awareness as to how to play the game and how to be a better DPS, right? Again, the gap between you and better DPS is huge. It's so big right now, right? So I'm gonna stop there, right? Clearly I could keep nitpicking like lots and lots of things, right? Going cold for really long periods of time. But I want to impress upon you, like, there are large gaps here, right? And I think number one, you need to decide, hey, what hero do you want to play? You enjoy Hanzo? Keep playing Hanzo, right? I saw your last game, you were popping off as Hanzo, okay? You should accept the fact, yeah, sometimes you're going to go cold, and that's going to happen. You're going to lose go at games because you're cold. But don't pretend like you're getting kills every 30 to 60 seconds when that's completely untrue. Like, that is a warped, inaccurate view as to what the heck is actually happening in the game. And I really hate that, right? So I'm dissuading you of the notion that you are actually anywhere close to as good as you think you are. If you are actually getting kills every 36 seconds, you will carry the game like the last one you sent, where you're truly just like murdering the opposing team and they can't do anything, and it's a steamroll, right? The reason why you're losing games is because you're not hitting shots. At bare minimum, you're not hitting shots. Okay? Now, like I said, number one, decide who you want to play. You want to play Hanzo? Great, play Hanzo, no problem, right? And just work on getting better at Hanzo, right? I would suggest practicing a lot of deathmatch, right? Look for 1v1 custom games, right? Really challenge yourself to hit shots in critical situations. Also pay attention to what's going on in the game in general, right? That's a skill that you should already have from support. Are we up in player number? Are we down in player number? How many team fights do we need to win in order to cap this point, right? How can I affect those team fights? What are my win conditions here? Right? What are my options? Is this fight over? Do I need to die? Do I not want to stagger myself? Like, this is all stuff that you should know already from being Diamond 1. And that's why I'm not going to bother going through all these things in details. Hopefully me just mentioning them will make you remember, hey, these are things that I need to know how to do also on DPS because they're important as well. Okay, I will stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.